people go like this because it makes it louder. That's what the hole does. It takes the sound from the guitar and it makes it louder so that more people can hear it. Because otherwise it would be really quiet. And down here are the tuning pegs. And what these do is they tighten up the strings. These are the strings here that go up and down the guitar. And you use these to make them louder or higher pitched or lower pitched, depending on what sound you want. Like if you listen real close, I don't know if you can hear that or not because it's only one string, but you can make them go higher or lower. And that way you can keep them all the same in tune with each other. So the strings are made of metal, and that's going to be important in a little bit, and I'll tell you why in just a little bit. But so when you play the guitar, what you're doing is you're putting your finger on the strings, and the farther up the neck you go, the higher the note is, like la 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 la. And so when you put them at different places on the strings, you can make a sound where they all sound in harmony with each other. Like this is called a D chord. So now I'm going to play you a little song using what we've just learned. This is that's my daughter in the background. She's 2 years old.
Just like baby Ava, just like my daughter.
Oh yeah, I saw pictures of your daughter. She looks really cute. Yeah, so no, it's not grandma today. It's a classroom of people. So here we go.
All right, giving 5. Listen.
Now I'm going to throw a chord in there, and it's going to sound like this. Now I'm going to sing. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamt I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken, so I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine.
I bet most of you know this song. Yeah?
The skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Be a good audience.
Does he sing it?
He is singing it. Can you clap? Yeah. All right, 5. Thank you.
Now I'm going to sing you a song that I wrote. Sometimes I play for kids like you guys. And I wrote a song about how when you feel really tired, or actually you're really tired, but you don't know that you're really tired. You just got a lot of energy and stuff. And then all of a sudden, like you're running around, and then all of a sudden you just fall down and go to sleep. You guys ever have that happen to you? Yeah. Probably really recently, I bet. So this song's called I'm Not Tired. I'm not tired, I don't need to go to bed. I'm not tired, I want to watch TV instead. I slept in late this morning and I took a nap today. I'm not tired, I'm not going to bed. No, oh, wait. I'm not tired, I'm just a little cranky. I'm not tired, I'm a blackie. I wouldn't listen to a bedtime story even if you read it. I'm not tired. I'm not going to bed. Go get it. I'm not tired. I'm just lazy. I'm not tired. If you think I'm crazy, I don't need to use toothpaste. I don't need to use the soap. I'm not tired. I'm not going to bed. Nope. I'm not tired, I just need something to eat. I'm not tired, I don't need to go to sleep. I just drank a soda and I'm feeling pretty well. For the last time, I'm not
All right.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
Can you give him a clap? Okay, give 5.
Now this is called an acoustic guitar because you don't plug it in, and it makes all the sound, like I said, through the sound hole. But if you want to be louder, so you want to play like rock and roll, you know?
Uh-oh.
Do an electric guitar. So let me get that out for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Electric guitar, my favorite. I got one of those.
It's a little more fun.
I got one of those.
So, what did I remember? What I told you? What are the strings made of? Do you remember?
Uh-oh, what are the strings made of? Metal.
Metal. And so how an electric guitar works is there's these two things on here. I'll show it a little closer. These two things right here, they're called pickups. And what they are, they're magnets. And you know what magnets do to metal, right? They stick. And so what they do is they sit just underneath the strings because the strings are made of metal. When the strings move back and forth, the pickups pick up the vibrations of the metal moving back and forth and sends it through this cord here in the back and over here into my amplifier. This is my amplifier. What an amplifier does is it takes the signal from the guitar and just makes it louder so that everybody can hear it, you know. This is real important if you're in a rock and roll band, you know. So I just want everybody to be able to hear it.
Landon.
So I'll play you a little bit on the electric guitar here.
It sounds like a cowboy song. It's so
Wow. Okay.
That was awesome.
Thanks. You guys have any questions?
Hand raiser. Jenna or Meadow, what's your question?
But
Like-
how does does the guitar have to connect to that, or does it just take it from the sound and just puts it over there?
Does the guitar have to connect to the amp or does it just take the sound and put it over there? There's a wire, right?
It has to connect through this cord here, but you can buy you can buy like a wireless pack that's like a walkie-talkie or like a cell phone that sends the signal like from the guitar to the amp, which is actually what I use when I play on stage. I use a pack that has a battery in it that just sends a signal like a telephone would over to the amplifier. So then I can walk around more because it's hard to walk around when you're plugged in like this, and I like to walk around a lot and stuff. So
Okay.
so yeah, you don't have to do it, but this is the easiest way.
Okay. Carter, what's your question? Nice and loud.
My question is, you use a chip like a chip as in what you play a guitar with?
Do you mean a pick? Do you use a pick?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I should have showed you. This is my guitar pick right here. See? And they come in all different sizes and stuff, depending on what kind of guitar player you are and what exactly you want to play. There's better ones for better things, but this is my favorite one. It's gray, and this kind never breaks because it always stinks when you're playing a show and right in the middle of your song you break a guitar pick because it's really hard to finish the song without the whole pick.
Okay. All right. Good question. Brianna, what's your question? Nice and loud.
Does the pick make sound with the string?
Does the pick make sounds with the strings?
Yeah, here, let me show you.
Cool.
That's how it sounds like.
Not right now. All right. Ella, what's your question? Yeah, the picks come in different colors. He said that already. Yep.
Oh, yeah, all kinds of different colors.
Pink, green. I'm sure there's all the different colors because people get to pick whatever pick they want. There they are. All right, Angelica, what's your question?
Green is my favorite color.
Awesome. I like green a lot too.
Oh, does the pick come in different sizes? So like sometimes they're bigger?
Oh yeah, lots of times they're bigger. Bigger ones will make it louder, but then it'll be harder if you want to play just one string at a time. It makes it harder if you have a bigger pick because you got to fit it in between all these strings. So yeah, if you want it to be louder, you'd use a bigger one. But then if you want to play like stuff that's real, like where you're picking one note at a time, like that kind of thing, then you're gonna want a smaller pick. So.
Okay. All right, Kaden.
strings attached to the guitar?
Oh, well, down here, they have a little ball on the end of them. And so you stick them through the back of the guitar right here. You see those little holes?
Yeah.
You stick them through those holes, and then they come out the front right here, and they go down, 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 down to the neck. And then they wrap around these little things. Kind of almost like what am I thinking of? Like, this sounds kind of silly, but kind of like a roll of toilet paper, you know?
So it's rolling around that, and then that's how you tighten it and loosen it.
Yeah, and then you turn these little pegs at the end, and that's how you make the strings sound higher or lower, depending on where you want to turn these little pegs down here. So.
Okay. All right, a couple more questions. Jamie?
My grandpa plays guitar, the one that you had first.
The acoustic guitar your grandpa plays? Cool.
What's your name?
Jamie.
Jamie.
Okay,
Jamie's
that's interesting,
grandpa.
Jamie, because the reason I learned how to play was my grandpa played the guitar, and he played a guitar just like that, and that's how I started learning how to play. And I started when I was about 13, and you're never too young to learn if you really are interested in it. So.
Some of our boys in here said that they have a guitar at home already, and they're only, yeah. Ooh, and even some of our girls. All right, 5, 4, 3. All right, hands up if you still have a question. All right, Kai, nice and loud. Why were they made? I don't know if he knows that answer, but you can ask.
Because everybody likes music. You guys like music? Yeah, I like music too. And since the beginning of time, since way back, like, thousands of years ago, people have loved music, and they've always been trying to figure out ways to make instruments, to help them play music. Drums, violins, trumpets, all that stuff was invented, just to make music because people like it so much.
Okay. All right, Hayden, really loud. Are all guitars different colors?
Yeah, a lot of them are, and that's just for fun to make them look fancy, Like mine's this nice colored blue. My son's got one that's red, and depending on what kind of music you want to play, you want a different kind of guitar. So that's why they come in all sizes too, because same thing as the pick, depending on what kind of music. Because there's all kinds of music, and you can't use almost the same guitar to play everything. So you have different guitars that for different kinds of music. So
How many guitars do you have for yourself?
I have 10, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, and some of them aren't in very good shape because after you use them over time, these things are called frets right here. These bars that go across, and they're the things that make the note higher as you go. But they get worn down after a while, and it makes it really hard to play. But they're guitars that I've played for years, at like hundreds of shows. And even though they're not easy to play anymore, I just can't stand to get rid of them because I got a real attachment to them because, I did so much with them. So
Awesome.
that's why I have so many around still.
All right, Xander, what's your question?
My daddy has a weight guitar, but there's like parts like that go like this.
Okay.
On the front of the you mean in the front of the guitar?
Is it like decoration?
It's like there's a whole triangle, but on the bottom in the middle there's like a triangle cut out.
Oh, it's like a triangle-shaped guitar.
Oh, I see. Yeah. There's different kinds of guitars like that. There's a Russian guitar that's built like that, and then there's an electric guitar that's shaped like that. It's kind of shaped like a triangle. It's called a flying V, and it's just to look cool. I mean, but they look really cool. I like them.
All right, a couple more questions we have here. Nicholas, nice and loud.
How do you make the metal move of like the strings?
How does the metal move with the strings?
Well, the strings are made of metal, so they're all made of metal. On this particular guitar, there's some guitars where they're not, but for an electric guitar, you have to have metal strings so that these pickups, can pick up the magnet, the vibrating of the metal on the strings.
So the strings are tight enough that when you pluck them with your pick, they vibrate, right?
They vibrate.
Yeah.
That's exactly how
Okay.
it works. Yep.
All right. Nathan, what's your question?
How do you fix a guitar?
How do you fix a guitar? Whoa. Like what part would be broken?
Well, there's lots of parts that break. The most common thing that breaks are the strings break. They break a lot, actually. And you always got to keep, if you're going to play somewhere for people, you always got to keep a few extra with you, because sometimes right in the middle of a song one will break, and there's nothing you can do about it, because it takes about 5 minutes to fix a string. So you have to just stop and tell everybody you're sorry and that they have to wait a little bit, and then you put your string on and you get back to work. So other things that break are, like I said, these frets, these metal bars that go this way across the guitar, they get worn down and they don't work as well. And sometimes you have to replace all of them, which is a lot of money. A lot of times it's better just to go buy a new guitar. And then because the electric guitar is electric, there's all kinds of electric stuff that can break on the inside of it. Acoustic guitars, though, are they're a lot more delicate. You have to watch where you put them, because if you put them like out in your car when it's cold, they're made out of wood, and they shrink. They're all glued together. The whole guitar is glued together. So if you take it outside where it's hot and bring it inside where it's cold and do that a lot, the wood gets bigger and smaller and bigger and smaller, just a little bit, like you can't see it, but it does. And then the glue that holds it together breaks apart. The guitar falls apart. So you always got to make sure that your guitar is like in the same temperature, or if you move it to a new temperature, that you do it really slowly so that that glue doesn't break apart. So.
Okay. All right, Aaron. Are you in a band?
Yeah, I'm in a band. I usually play by myself, though. I'm not they call it like a one-man band. It's just me and my guitar, and I go all over the place playing. I come over by Milwaukee. I play in Madison, and I play up in Green Bay sometimes. And
Yeah. Yep. So he's in Iowa right now, which is right by Wisconsin, but sometimes he goes. Yeah. Lots of us have been to Iowa. All right, Kamari, what's your question? Real loud.
Can we see his other guitars?
Oh, can we see your other guitars? He asked. Well, he has 2 out right now.
yeah, they're pretty far away right now to go grab them.
Okay. All right, Meadow, what's your connection?
I have a connection because me and my sister have a guitar. It's one of those just normal guitars.
Acoustic?
No, it's not. It doesn't have like any of those things.
Oh.
It just has it's just a regular one with the top is.
Oh, it's just strings, like a kid's guitar has sometimes. Yeah.
I'm sorry. My wife was just handing me one of my other guitars to show you.
Okay, there's a red one.
This one's called a Gibson SG.
A, cool. So that's a Gibson SG, he said.
Yeah. It matches my shirt.
Okay. Do you play any other instruments?
I play a little bit of piano. This is the strap for the guitar. My son picked this out.
Lightning. Yeah, like Lightning McQueen. All right, couple more questions. Holy moly. Maya, what's your...
I play a little bit of piano.
Okay.
Harmonica sometimes. I play a little bit of banjo. Banjo is a lot like the guitar, but it's a lot harder because you use every finger on your hand to pick it with instead of just your whole hand, and that makes it a lot more difficult to play. But it sounds really cool, but it takes a really long time to learn. So.
Okay. And Maya, what's your question?
Can guitars be any different color?
Yeah, he already said that. Yep, they can be any different color. All right, I think we're almost out of questions here. Carter, what's your question? Real loud.
What are those dots under your strings under the?
Is that the magnets there or on the neck?
These are just so when you're playing, especially because a lot of times when you're playing, you might be somewhere dark, and it's to help you see when you're playing, like what help you memorize like what part of the neck you're on, like if you see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 dots here, and then right here there's 2 dots to let you know that you've gone all the way up the scale, like A, B, C, D, E, F, until you get back to up here. So. And then there's also dots on the side here, because when you look, I don't know if you can see them, but when you look down at the guitar when you're playing, they're up along here. you know, it's a lot easier to see it from that way because then you don't have to bend all the way over and look at the guitar. Because when you're playing in front of people, you know, you want to look at the audience and you know, look like you know, like you care that you're playing in front of a bunch of people. So.
All right. Ashley, what's your question?
How long did he play the guitar?
How long have you been playing guitar?
I've been playing since I was 13 years old, and I actually grew up in Wisconsin. I started playing guitar in Wisconsin when I was 13 years old, and now I'm 45, so a pretty long time.
32 years.
Yes, thanks, yes.
So a long time.
Yeah.
All right. Xander, what's your question?
Are the strings real different types of pieces?
Or are the strings different types of, like, different thicknesses, I guess is what he's asking.
Oh yeah, because if you're playing like a low string, pause a second. If you're playing a low string, like see how you can see these on this side are bigger and these on this side are smaller. So they have to make the strings fatter for like the lower sounding strings. That's the low string, and here's a really high string, and that's why it's so skinny. Oops, got a pick in there, but yeah, it's that's when they make different thicknesses because every string is specifically made to make a different note. So.
Okay. All right. We're going to take just one more question here. Zachary, what's your question?
Do some guitars glow in the dark?
Whoa. Do some glow in the dark?
You know, I gave my son a guitar. He's 15, and he painted it with glow in the dark stuff, so it glows in the dark. Some of them do. Yeah.
Very cool. Wow, we learned so much information. Do you maybe want to hear one more song? Could we maybe hear one more?
Sure. Just a second. Get this over here so you can see the whole guitar. Now, a lot of times when I play it, because I'm only one guy, you know, I try to make it sound as big as I can. And so sometimes I have to make up instruments with my mouth to mimic, like, instruments that would be playing if I was in a whole band. So, but when it's just me, you know, that's all I can do. So, this is Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash. Do you guys know this song? Anybody?
The adults do, yeah.
It's pretty old, but it's pretty fun. I hope you like it.
He's a good player.
Let's give him a big round of applause. Thank thank you so much for taking your time to show us your guitar. That was so cool. It's like a little field trip for us. Yeah. All right. So say thank you. All right. Bye.